And also to you, I can really feel the passion in your voice. I mean, who wouldn't talk the way you guys talk when you think about everything that is going on in the country and how these people feel like mini gods? They just feel like mini gods. They no, they don't have anybody to answer to. These ones are not leaders at all. They are just there to do whatever they deem fit. But well, we go shock them come 2023. I want to say big thank you to Liz and Nahoro. I hope I got that correctly. Thank you so much for the super sticker. God bless you. May your pocket never run dry. Guys, just right there on the comment section, we have the dollar sign right there. Please support us with anything that you can to keep the ministry going forward. We're going to go straight to the next person we have here, which is Mr. Tio Bala. Mr. Tio Bala, it's a pleasure to have you here once again. Mr. Tiobala, are you ready for me, please? Mr. Tiobala. Okay, I guess Mr. Tiobala is not ready for me. I'm just going to go straight
Can
to
you
the.
hear me? I was.
Uh, okay, I couldn't hear anything. Mr. Tiobala, are you ready for me now?
Yeah, thank you so much for the job you are doing.
Thank you.
Um, I also want to thank every one of us here and people at the comment section, you know, for the good work, for standing firm for the cause of a better country. Our effort will surely yield a better result. I bet you that.
Amen.
Having said that, it is rather unfortunate for the dichotomy that exists between Obaseki and Oshiomhole, because these are leaders who are supposed to be an example to the younger generation. But the way they are doing right now is not something to emulate. At least you want to probe somebody, come out plain, probe the person you want to probe. But however, I really also want to thank them, like the work they have done, the person of Oshiomhole and Obaseki, the work they have done and still doing. I know fully well how Oshiomhole came into power, how he tried to change some narratives, how he tried to build schools, construct roads across the state, which we cannot take that away from him. There is one particular road in my community that the PDP have used to campaign over the years. Oshiomhole came to tie that road. He tried. Obaseki, on the other hand, have been trying building infrastructures, both human and otherwise. In today now, as in Benin City is now becoming the Silicon Valley of Nigeria in a do innovation hub. He's trying his best to ensure that he's building human. But however, in the aspect of security, he has not been doing well, but I will urge him to perform better. Having said that, I want to speak on the issue on the issue of security that Yusuf, the VP to Peter Obi, was talking about. Initially, in one of his videos, he has outlined the various ways which insecurity can be tackled by deploying various technological tools and techniques to help us mitigate this effect. He has so much in his bringing to the table. In the aspect of probing, he has said it in different ways in so many of his interviews. Is really no, they really know much. Like one of the interview, the video you show here, like in Abuja, they were bomb blast so many times, another couple of time, As soon as APC won the election, they now moved to Abuja, bomb blast has stopped. Now, on the Abuja Kaduna Road, no train attack, nothing. As soon as they bought their aircraft, we are not having a big issue on the road. We can no longer move on the road and so many other things like that. So it's rather so unfortunate. APC government at the federal level are complacent of this insecurity issue we are facing in Nigeria. They know what to do, they don't want to do it. Regarding what happened in Kuje prison break, Information was given to them. Even before the information, like one of the video I also watched, there was a negotiation between the federal government and the release of those Boko Haram with those people who had those people on a Kaduna plane, rather train who had them captive, that they should release their member. After much negotiation, they said 10 of them, at the end of the day, they gave them, said they will come. Since they failed to release their own member, they will come. And they actually came and destroyed the prison and removed their member. How can you just keep 600 or the number of Boko Haram in one location? An incident happened. There was nothing, no camera at the central prison, no camera, no surveillance. Okay, over 24 hours now, we have not had any information on the whereabouts of these people. Now you now started posting picture on Facebook or on the social media. You should go and start looking for those people. Am I the one to go and start looking for them? Which technology do I have to go and start looking for them? Nigeria has satellites. If you cannot use your satellite, you can leverage your other satellite. At least if you watch a Ukraine war with Russia, you see how satellite were used to capture what was happening on the ground, as in clear. You can count the sand. You say don't know what is happening. The way they treated what they did during ENSA is what they are still repeating. But whichever way is their government, by the grace of God, we will surpass them at the end of the day. We will vote them out. That's your simple truth. With the issue of presidency regarding to Mohammed Tinubu, Muslim ticket, and the issue of competency and many other things surrounding his candidacy. Like we said before, president is not, it's not just a position you just wake up one morning, say I want to be president. Is it because you feel that is your turn? We are all aware of how he can pay fully for the person of Muhammad Buhari. He told us Muhammad Buhari is the general. When France was at war, general came to solve the problem. When this was at war, this general came to solve the problem. Are you not telling us now that, okay, you have all these blueprints, you have the plans, you fail to give it to Buhari, you wait for 8 good years for Nigeria to pass through all these pains, insecurity, killings, so that you can come and take over from where Buhari has stopped. So you have the plan of making Nigeria a better place. You did not give it to Buhari. So you not believe when you come, you not execute the plan. I don't know. What different are you bringing on board? That is the question I'm asking him. What different is he bringing on board? Whether we like it or not, Nigeria has been ranked number sixth in the world most terrorist nation in the world. You cannot proudly anywhere in the world now with your green passport proudly to tell them that you are a Nigerian because of the insecurity in the country. We are not becoming more like other nation, not at least where terrorists have taken over the nation. So it is something that even everyone now has to be very careful. We have to be very careful because if we keep on voting this set of people into power, definitely we will not have any say at the end of the day. Like the issue of this Muslim ticket, Tinubu have been advised over time. Information have been given to him. Don't do this, don't do that. He doesn't care. Doesn't listen to public opinion. Cannot even come to any TV station, even his own TVC, to come and even talk. Nothing, no interview, no question, no public interaction. But he felt that he can take any decision. Definitely, when he assumed power, if he eventually win the election, that's what will happen. You just be like a Buhari. For over 7 years now, I've never seen Buhari coming on media, having interaction with his own citizens. Hosting what is called public forum or something. Nothing like that. I've seen different occasions, Joe Biden, the Ukraine president. Everybody is coming on the internet, Boris Johnson, talking with their citizens, asking questions. Nothing like that. Anything can just to really press statements. And those press statements written on, not even, in short, it's something we cannot afford again for the next 8 years or 4 years, the case may be. The war have gone beyond fighting insecurity with just go beyond just fighting insecurity with just normal weapons. We also have economic insecurity. We just experience what happened during COVID-19. Imagine if we were to be Nigeria were the worst hit. What would we have done? Just common palliative they send, nothing. People were not even having access to it. The government have taken everything to their own side. What they do is to enrich their family, send their children abroad to go and study. And then we are still clamoring around this set of people, hoping that they will come and benefit you or what? Is that the country you are praying for? Is that the country you are praying for? In short, the question I keep on asking people, what do you want as an individual? What do you want for your children? Do you want a Nigeria whereby the few are having access to the resources of the general public, while other people are living in poverty? Is that the country you want? You have opportunity to making another different decision this time around. The process of doing that start today. You just have to key into it. Start keying into it. Start canvassing for this candidate for the betterment of your life and for your children and for your own generation as well. For your generation. For this year we are now, it's not enough for you to sit on the fence hoping that things will be better. Things will be better. No. As we all know, Nigeria is a sick country. You cannot afford to hand over a sick country to a sick leader. It's not going to happen. Remember, the decision you make depends on your mental and psychological state. There's someone that is sick or who is old, or how will I put it, cannot take that decision with other people or with somebody who is
Hello,
not sick.
Children,
En machine na
I'm with you.
children.
active. Ma kalutu nyonya onye ma.
Mr. Sia Issa, please stop unmuting yourself. Please stop unmuting yourself. Please.
Catchy.
We can
Sia,
hear you.
Siaka Issa, please stop unmuting yourself. Okay,
Uh, yeah,
engineer
children,
Ken.
yeah. Thank you. Children, please, can you repeat yourself again, please? Because you just use that word. Nigeria is sick, and it cannot be given to a sick leader. So
Yeah.
please, rephrase that word again.
No, seriously, Nigeria is sick right now. We cannot afford to hand over a sick country to a sick leader. That's just the
That would
simple.
be disaster. Yeah,
You know,
my brother.
the decision you made depends how where you are in terms of your mental and psychological health.
Yes.
You know, there's nowhere in the world a job is given to any corrupt or a sick person. Nowhere in the world, no organization. If you cannot handle our private organization to an individual, as in who is sick, in your private organization, you try to do for capable hand. Why can't we do the same in Nigeria as a country? Why can't we do the same in Nigeria as a country? We cannot repeat the same mistake we made for the past 7.5 years now by presenting Buhari, you know, to come and handle the affairs of the nation that brought us to this the situation we find today. Nigeria need a healthy and capable young man like person of Peter Obi, a leader who is transparent, who is accountable, prudent is managing of public resources, a leader who has the feeling of humankind, who has that feeling, you know, who is able to cut down the cost of governance. We need a president who will be able to steer the direction, the country in the right direction. A visionary leader. The world is moving away from this traditional way of doing things. People are now moving towards robotics, artificial intelligence, automation. We are not clamoring for a milocom at this stage of our life. In 2030, we are talking about carbon emission in UK or in the US, everywhere in the world. People are not trying to use what you call electric cars and all these things, just to have a safe environment. We are not trying to say is the turn of this is turn of that. We are not talking about competency. We are not talking about moving Nigeria from a consuming nation to a production nation. We have what it takes. Is it the land? Is it minerals? Is it the human capital? Nigeria has everything. We need a transformational leader. Please, We need to take this direction, this project, not just because we want Peter Obi to be the president, but the benefit of our own country. My
Okay.
question again, I would like to ask, or I will keep on asking, is if a country is sick, the a leader is sick, how you go to heal that nation? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. T. But like, asked a very vital question right there, and I'm sure my panelists will be willing and ready to answer that question. Let me just say, I see you, Jacob D. I see you, Eric Eliobi. I see you right there, Israel Asamota. I see you, Onwuka Ebuka Collins Ebuka. I see you. I see you, Shola FC. Gabriel Ghana. I see you. I see you guys. I see all of you. G Simon 137. I see you guys. Thank you all so much for being here with me. Eric Eliobi once again. I see you. June Obaseki. I can see Leibe. Leibe. I can see Father Evangelist, man of God. Thank you so much for being here with me. To my amazing viewers out there, thank you so much for being here. Edo Lights Watch. I see you. Thank you, guys. So, in the process of you guys talking about, Emilokon and all of that, so I was sent this to my WhatsApp. It was seen on Twitter. Let me just read that out to you if you guys cannot see it properly. It says it's also very tiny here, but I'm going to try. This particular person, Dr. Jeffrey Cuteman, tagged a number of people, and he said, "I urge you to investigate reporting for CNN on the Nigerian and the forthcoming presidential election. There is a lot of misinformation in the media and Nigerians as well as the international community need the truth." There's something else here which says that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a former drug lord, is running for president of Nigeria. This is seen on Twitter. This is not a Nigerian person who tweeted this. You can see the picture right there. It says it's Dr. Jeffrey Kuttman, and you can see the tick on his name. It shows that this particular account on Twitter is a verified account. It's not an account that was just used to do this. It's showing right there that it's a verified account. Dr. Jeffrey Kuttman. It says that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a former drug lord, is running for president in Nigeria. That is what he's saying right there. And he's saying that the Nigerians have to come together, and make an investigation concerning this. This is no news. It's something that people have always been talking about, speculating about. So, guys, that being said, I just wanted to put that out there for you all, so you know that a lot is happening. This election is just unfolding a lot of things that most of us must have forgotten before. A lot is just happening. I can see Mr. John just joined us. Thank you so much, Mr. John, for being here with me once again. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Engineer Ken. Engineer Ken, please, are you ready for me?
Yes, Lady Catchet, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Good evening to you, Engineer Ken.
Good afternoon, my dear sister. You know I'm always ready for you. Anytime, any
Okay,
it's
please
only
go
it's
ahead and
only
make a
it's only
contribution.
unless I'm ready for. Thank you so much, Nigerians, man. You guys have spoken very, very well. And I've been touched and I've been moved. I just hope and pray that our viewers that are watching us, listening to us, they should work on it so that our voice will not be in vain. Let me go straight to Edo State, between Obaseki and uh, Oshomore. Those guys both of them are criminals. It takes a criminal to understand a criminal and to live with a criminal. Because Obaseki, when he came in, the second tenure, he said he's going to propose someone. 2 years is far gone. There's nothing that he has done about the someone. So Saying that alone, that means he's one of them. So what if someone came to say about him, to me, I believe it's true. Because the man is not a drunkard that will just come out and speak about the sitting governor without no evidence. And the governor is not mute about it because he know that it
Yeah,
is
but
true.
again, people are
Yeah.
asking, people are saying, why now? Why is Shomole coming out right now? Because I want to believe this particular issue has lingered for a while. So most
Mm.
people are asking, if you can see right there, also on the comment section, a lot of people are also asking, why now? Why is Shomole coming out to say now that out of the 30 billion naira, 16 billion rather was given to the Obaseki administration. Why? Why now? That's the question
Yeah,
people are
yeah. To me, we should be thankful that it is now when Obaseki is still on seat, is still sitting. It will be a question of why now when Obaseki might have left the Edo State governor seat. Then by voicing out about Shomole will now be in there. So now that he has voiced out, I believe it makes a lot of sense. So if Obaseki says Oshomole is lying, he should encounter him. He should fight him, and let them start bringing their facts. And let him take Obaseki to court. Let Obaseki take Oshomole to court. You know? So, both of them are corrupt. Obaseki has been corrupt over 30 something years ago. He brought Planware to Edo State. My money was taken at that time. That was in 1990, 89, 1990, 91. Think tomorrow, I have a million naira at that time that he took. So Obaseki has been a criminal. He has been an underground criminal. He's a wet creator, a criminal. A cold fire. That is what he is. That is why you see in Edo State, he can never fight the Fulani herdsmen. He can never fight them because he's the one managing all these Fulani billionaires. He's the one managing their wealth through
Do you have
Obakari.
anything to back up your claim?
My sister, there's nothing to back. The handwriting is written on the wall. Everybody knows. We have a saying, Bini, that meaning that truth is never afraid. It is only the speaker of the truth that is always afraid. Because when you speak that truth, they might take your head for it. So now, at my age, I'm overgrown that stage to be afraid of any man being born by woman. I can never in my life. So what I'm telling you is a fact. You should even Google a plan where. Google, you will saw Obaseki name on it. It's right there. It's right there. So that man have been a criminal right from day one, but a very quiet one. A very quiet one. So I'm Shomole too. Both of them are the same dogs. They are the same. They are the same thing. So you see this politician. One of our pioneers always use that word for them. That's what they are, politicians. There's no leaders among them. So let's go to Tinubu picking Muslim, or Christian. To me, I don't see anything in it being a Muslim ticket or a Christian ticket. I don't see any difference in it. Why? Look at what we have right now in Asoro. Christian, Muslim president, a Christian vice president, a Christian that is a pastor, and also a lawyer, a judge, a man that has a PhD in law, you know, a man that's supposed to stand for the truth, become a man that shares 50,000 or 5,000 naira to market women, a whole chief judge. a whole chief justice, a man that cannot speak out, and you are a pastor of Redeem. It's as good as dead. You know, it's as good as dead. The vice president of today is as good as dead. So Tinubu picking up a Muslim man to be his vice president, and he's a Muslim. Tinubu's a Muslim from the south or south. To me, there's no difference in it. All we need is someone that is patriotic, someone that has the people at heart, someone that want to work for the people, not someone that want to work for themselves. That is why God have sent us an angel called Angel Obi, Peter Obi. Yes, Peter Obi is an angel. When you look at him, you see that innocence in him. When he speaks, you see that truth in him. And the Bible said, Jesus called Peter. He said, Peter, in you I will build my rock. I will build my church, that the gates of hell will not prevail against it. So God have given him that name as a rock. So these guys right now, they are not afraid. They all know that they have failed. So all they have to do more is to divide us by saying Christian, Christian, or Muslim, Muslim. That's what they want to use, by saying that Obi youths are all violent. That is what they want to use to divide us. But it's so stupid that some of us are so ignorant and being self-centered and greed to see condone ourselves into these political vampires, into these political suck blood demons that are living in human skin. You see us fighting for them while their children are in Paris, their children are in New York, their children are in LA balling. That is the fact. It's so painful that if we should realize that the kind of leverage that we have given to these politicians on how to live, on how to lead us, if we should realize it and let's take it back from them. I think this is the thing that we have to do now. We have to take back that power from them. That power belongs to us. It doesn't belong to them. We are the people. We own that power. They're working for us. It's a political office. They are servants. They are not using their own personal money to fund the country. They are using my sweat and your sweat, our taxpayers' money, our natural resources that God Almighty have blessed us with, that they use it to govern that country, to rule that country, but into their own purses, into their own family wealth. That's what they are dividing everything into, sharing it among themselves. And let's talk about the security of that nation, breaking into that prison and a lot of things. Let me tell you, that prison break, no man, I said it last week here, no man born by woman that can break into the Abuja prison. None. If the government is not involved in it. That thing was being masterminded by Aso. Buhari knew about it. It's a gameplay for them to bring down.
Engineer, can I ask you once again? Do you have anything to back up what you're saying? How are you so sure?
Am I so sure?
Yes.
It's a game plan. If it's not a game plan, how can you break a federal prison? My dear, a federal prison in the federal capital, in Abuja, it's not done. It's not done. Have you been to Abuja? Have you been to the federal capital? You should just go there and see yourself. It's not done. You know, this is not police station. Oh. You are not breaking into police station. You break into federal prison. It's not done. Even in Benin Oko, in the NSAS, you know, when the protesters came into Benin Oko, you know, we know what went down. You know, we know what went down. It took them a while. It took them a long time before they could succeed. And it was only a few people that succeeded, not in a federal prison. It's not done if it's not a setup. You know, the presidency is aware. All of them is aware. You know, these are all masterminds of the Boko Harams and the Fulani generals that we have in Nigeria Army, that we have in Nigeria Air Force, that we have in Nigeria Navy, that we have in Nigeria Police, and in Nigeria DSS. They are all over. You know, these guys are waiting. These guys are waiting for their call to run Nigeria down on 2023. You know, I said it the other day. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I said Nigeria is at war. We are at war. Big time. Whether take it or not. We're at war. Seriously at war. You know, seriously at war. You know, so the earlier be better for us. You see, like the new generals that we have right now, those guys are powerless. They are powerless because they are just there as a male figure. You know, they can't work. They still take orders from their junior officers who happens to be Fulanis that are ruling the nation. You know, so my prayer is this for Nigeria. Nigeria need God intervention. God intervention, and we all have to stand together. The East, the South, the West, and the North. We have to stand together to fight these criminals. Because if we don't, we're going to lose it forever. That's my take for now. Thank you,
All right.
Nigel.
Thank you very much, Engineer Ken, for that contribution. I'm just going to go straight to the next person I have here. But before we go further, I can see we have more comments. I just want to say hey to Naomi Bella. Naomi Bella, how are you doing today? I see you right there. Thank you so much for joining me once again today. Eric Eliobi, I can see Diamond. Thank you so much for being here with me. I can see Olige Henry. I can see Chino here. Thank you so much. Grace Almond, thank you so much for being here. Father Evangelist, Man of God. Thank you so much for being here with me once again. Lebe, I can see Too Blessed. I see you right there, Jacob D. Thank you so much, guys, for being here with me. I can see James Morgan. James Morgan, I hope you're doing very well. Thank you so much. I can see Fresh Beats. Fresh Beats, thank you so much for being here with me. I can see Kana Yo Moeweta. I hope I got that correctly. Thank you so much, Dion Popular. I can see you right there. Thank you so much, guys, for being here with me. Okay. That being said, I'm just going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Engineer Ken. Your mic is okay. Thank you so much, guys. I'm just gonna go straight to Mr. Moses. Mr. Moses, please, are you ready for me?
Yes, 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 yes.
Good
Are you hearing me?
evening. Loud
Good
and clear. Please
evening.
go ahead and make a
Okay,
contribution.
okay. Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. I thank everybody. Let me go straight to the point. I saw the video you post about Abga man complaining about P2B.
Mm,
We all know that P2B is a principal man, and he have something like rule. If he cross the rule against his rule, he will go against it. That is the kind of man P2B is. Because at that moment, Abga crossed, the reason why P2B left PDP is because of buying or buying delegates and other things. That is what happened to Abga. And the P2B warned them that is against it. They fell. They did not listen to P2B. So P2B, because of that, P2B left the ABGA, joined PDP. And that is the same thing happened to PDP. P2B left. So P2B is a man of principle. So if you go against his will, he will leave you. So I want to say about Oshiomhole and this Obaseki. We all know now this is the time of election, and everybody's looking any fault to against somebody to damage the person image. Obaseki or Oshiomhole looking forward to maybe get the Edo back, but I don't think it will work for this time around. So this election, this next year election, 2023 election would be different in all angle because this time around, Nigeria needs president that is competent, president that can tell us the truth, president that can be transparent. Now we all see all our quality we need in P2B. Tinubu himself has been at early stage have disappointed Nigerians by going against, because even this Muslim ticket, Khan warned him about it earlier. He go against them to show that if he later become president of Nigeria, nobody will put mouth on his governance. So what I want to say is that P2B have failed, Tinubu have failed Nigerians. Everybody know that. Unless he can bribe all the whole Nigeria to vote for him, which I know that it will not happen, because some Nigerians are waking up. So that is a thing. And about the prison in Abuja, I think that is planned deal. I don't think that somebody can have that mind to do such a thing without arrangement. I think it's some people is behind it. So that is my take on this thing. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Moses, for that contributions. But it seems like so many people do not actually get what we're talking about today. But let me just give you a breakdown of what we're talking about. I can see Victor. Is it Victor right there now? Yes, Mr. Victor Madoka is asking. Okay, let me just give you a breakdown. You guys recollect that what is it called now? Obaseki was talking about probing the Oshomole's government over the 30 billion naira stormwater project in Benin, Edo State. You know, he was actually saying he was going to probe. If I'm not mistaken, like I said earlier, I think he came out 3 times to say he was going to probe that particular administration, which never happened. But moving to today, 13th of July, Oshomole also came out on the Nation's newspaper to actually say that he said that 30 billion naira or 16 billion naira was given to the Obaseki government. So people are asking, is that the reason why Obaseki has not come out to actually probe Oshomole like he said it was going to? And we also shared a video from Aisha Yusufu um, saying more about, you know, the reason why we have to come together, why we have to unite and fight this thing. Because at the end of the day, these politicians, whether APC or PDP or Labour or MPP, whatever party, all benefit together from the money sharing, from the corruption and everything. They are all having a good life, whereby they use us to fight against one another. I also shared a video, an old video from the ABGA chairman saying that Peter Obi actually said that he was going to die with ABGA. He made a vow. So if Peter Obi doesn't come back to ABGA, that he will not win the presidential election. I also shared a video from a Rice TV of Ishiaku, Senator Ishiaku Abo, Senator Ishaku Elisha Abo, saying that he has resigned from the APC presidential campaign, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his VP Kashim Shettima. So that is basically what we're talking about today. I hope I've been able to explain to everybody that is just joining us. I hope I've been able to explain so you guys can have a better picture of everything that we are saying so far. Even Senator Abu went further to say that 100 and something trillion was actually kept aside as budget for fuel subsidy, and nothing is happening. There's no fuel. Now 250 naira per liter is what fuel is selling at right now, and there's no even fuel. There's fuel scarcity, no light, and all of that. So it's just really so sad as to everything that is going on. We've said it before and we're still saying it again. At the end of the day, the suffering is not just allocated to one part of Nigeria. Everybody is going through the suffering together, be it the north, south, east, or west. Everybody is going through the same suffering, the same hardship, the same troubles, the same headache, the same sorrow, the same anger is everywhere, the same insecurity. Everybody is facing it. So why don't us all come together and speak with one voice instead of allowing these people to cause division amongst us? So that is it basically that we're actually talking about today. Mr. Moses already made his contributions. Thank you so much, Mr. Moses, for that. I can see Nkech Francis, Victor Madwaka, I can see you. Thank you guys so much for being here with me once again. Let me just go straight to the next person I have here, which is Chooks Obi Boys. I hope I got that correctly. Mr. Chooks, can you hear me,
Yeah,
please?
you got it correct. Thank you.
Thank
Um,
you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, viewers. It is a great pleasure for me to be here today. To make my own contribution. I don't want to waste time on Oshomole and Obaseki because I think the APC are masters in distraction, and it's high time we Nigerians should know that every time there's a big thing to talk about, they come up with another scandal that will take over the whole scenario. So I'm saying this so that this platform as well should be careful with all those kind of their propaganda, because I call that a propaganda. Starting with Tinubu's running mate. I say the problem we have in Africa, I don't just want to say Nigeria, but in Africa, is we're not thinking outside the box. Always we think within the box. What do I mean by that? I say for few governors to swear, few northern governors to swear that they must get a southern presidential candidate. From that moment, I have my doubts, because politics in Africa is tit for tat. They don't just do it. These governors, let me mention them. El-Rufai, what's his name again? The second governor. There are about two governors that swear that he must go to that place. And what is their target? Their target is to be the presidential vice president. And the Nigerians don't think what that means to us. The same way they are packaging Buhari is the same way they want to package Tinubu. I'm not talking about his health, for Christ's sake. What do I mean? If Tinubu gets his way to Aso Rock, the next thing is he will not talk to nobody. The group who are managing him, because I call them managers, because Buhari today, for Aisha to say this is not Buhari, that is what I'm trying to explain. Because group of people who make sure that he's there to protect them are the ones packaging him. I extend this further. It's before 2015, it has been rumored, not even rumored, that the sponsors of Boko Haram are in the government. That is one of my anger with Jonathan. Because he knew, everybody in that government knew those who are sponsoring Boko Haram. And this is the case. If Peter Obi today wins, they are in great danger. And this is what they want to protect. Tinubu is a great maker of human being, like it's been said. And I believe that. For example, somebody like Vice President Osibanjo, he met him. Brilliant. But what happened? They took him to Abuja. They sidelined him because he is vice. There's no authority in his hand. Look at what happened when Buhari came to London for treatment. He went in, did the right thing. When he came back, those cabal came together again and asked him to reverse that, of which he did. I don't believe it's from Buhari. Buhari, yes, Buhari is not that good, but I don't believe the kind of evil happening while he is there. I grew up in the barracks. I know how military behaves. But because they are stage managing him, he can't do nothing. Look at the vice presidential this to Tinubu. We know him. We have had his audio, leaked audio, 5 or 6, 7 years ago. We know where he belongs. So to protect that, this is why they are bringing him on now. And I want every Nigerian listening to me to think that way, because there is no other reason they are bringing him other than to protect them. Because there's no, if Tinubu finds his way there, there will never be one single thing he will do on his own. No, he won't. So I am begging everybody to make sure that people realize it is not just about going to Abuja or being in Aso Rock. There's those who have interest. Like I was listening to this program yesterday, and I heard people talk about Mogalu, saying he's not right to say bring in mercenaries. I disagree with that, and I have my reasons. One of my reasons is when Jonathan postponed last presidential election, the 2015 presidential election, right? He hired mercenaries and they clear up the mess. So those who are saying he made a mistake, they don't understand how it works. The military is completely corrupt. The military is completely destroyed in Nigeria. So if mercenaries come, when they get information, nobody can leak that information. That is why they succeeded during Jonathan's time. Because they cannot share that information with their Nigerian counterparts. Because if they do, their life is in danger. So I actually believe that if they hired in mercenaries, they will get the job done. So when we're talking, we have to reason. Because, you know, some of them, they come on air to disorganize us, to say something that will attract us and shift the focus. I listened to one social media influencer saying, anybody that watches BB Niger this time, that is a youth, must be a fool, because it is coming. And they will even give BB Niger more money to inject into that, so that it will attract more youth and take their attention back. So please, everybody listening to this conversation or this program today, please warn your people. I am doing the same. I am doing the same. I want them. I'm not begging them. The only thing is, I let them know, look, this is how things are supposed to work. So if you miss this opportunity, listen, most of us are not even there to, and follow them to suffer. But we see how people there, we're not happy they are suffering. So what can we do for them is to enlighten them, tell them, you're not doing this for me, you're doing it for yourself. For example, 5 years ago was last I went to Nigeria. I can't afford to risk my life going down there. This is the longest I've stayed without going to Nigeria. And I'm not regretting it, not even 1 second. Because if I go there, my life is in danger. So to avoid that, I stay here. And I don't have maybe 10 million, 20 million to give to these people. So when we are talking, we are saying, for me, there's 2 things they plan to do with this. They stage managing for the business to continue. Boko Haram, whatever they call them, to continue. In the case of the Kuje prison break, like the former speaker said, they never want anybody who will go there, go break them if they don't know what they are, if they don't know that they are coming. And I had the moderator ask, do you have evidence? The evidence is Buhari said it himself. He said it himself, that there's collusion. People work with people to do that. But the most disappointing part of it, since he said that, we have not had anything. So if I'm saying that the government knows what is happening, even if I come down in Murtala Muhammad Airport tomorrow and somebody arrested me, I will not change my mind to say that. If not, prove it. We still have the videos where Buhari himself said it. So it's not a question of if we have evidence. The evidence is Buhari himself said it. The only difference right now is we have not had him say, this is the investigation, or this is what I constitute to, look into this. The panel I constitute to look into this and come up with what actually happened. So, I mean, it pains me when I speak about Nigeria. It pains me because, I'm not supposed to be in anywhere near abroad. I was supposed to be in Nigerian military today. I did everything humanly possible to do that. What did I get? They told me, oh, you've come from Anambra State. Done. I don't know how they call it. Their cap is complete. You cannot get in because it's already filled. I was born and brought up in Kano. I know how they behave. They're not bad people. But today, I have this 2011. Since 2011, January 2011, I have not stepped my foot in Kano. All my siblings, parents, everybody lives there. Why? Because the same Kwankwaso. When I had Peter B's, trying to merge with him, I knew they don't know him. Because when I went to Kano, 2011, where I grew up, everywhere was like a gutter. And I asked questions. They said, oh, Kwankwaso said, the Igbos have money. They can repair Sabongeri. I'm not going to put my money in Sabongeri. I said, what? People who pay tax should repair when you hear Kano, what you hear in the Sabongeri, that is where the business is. That is where everything is, apart from the industries. And today, the world is talking about industries. But, petty trading and the businesses, where they get their money to service the state is in the same Sabongeri, and the whole governor said, you got to fix those roads by yourself. Then I swear never to come back to Kano. So
Okay.
when we talk about, Hello?
Okay, Mr. Chooks, thank you very much for your contribution. But I'm just going to give you a second to just round up everything that you've been saying so far. We have a caller right
Okay.
here.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is, when we think about Muslim ticket, we're not saying it is bad, but the condition Nigeria is today, it is bad. Imagine a Christian is there and nobody allows him a shot to say something. Imagine if Tinubu today, we said, many people come to him and say, look, this is not going to work. Like the previous speaker said, if you don't listen to us now, he has no power now. If you don't listen to us today, how is he going to listen to us when he gets there? Exactly the same thing Buhari did. So I'm asking everybody to work hard, not just we come here and talk. If there's any way to improve, people, the villagers, if there's any contribution to even help those who are foot soldiers, to go down to villages and markets and, campaign. This is what I'm advocating. So thank you for having me. Let me, give chance to others to speak. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Chooks, Obi West. Thank you so much for that wonderful contribution. Like I said before, there's nobody that will be talking about Nigeria that will not actually, be sounding pained and all of that. So I think we lost that caller right there. But let me just take time out to say thank you to everybody watching us right now, to our amazing viewers and everybody in the comment section, and to our lovely people on the panel section. I'm just using time. Okay, I think we lost that caller. I'm just going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. John. Mr. John, good evening.
Good evening, Kachi. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm so sorry, Mr. John. That caller is actually calling back
Okay,
right
no problem.
now. So let's just quickly take this call. Well, thank you. Hi, good evening. Good evening. Thank you for calling Ninja Watch.
Yeah, good evening. It's me, Fitubori.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Efe.
I just want to contribute this evening because of this our brother just start. I hear with our brother talk engineer Ken about Obaseki. My brother, I beg. Sometimes we don't need to use the interest in the judge person. Nigeria Ken they talk to so because the way just they talk about Obaseki, I mean I be no yet go me. I hear my mama. I am with one point for one engineer Ken. They hear what they speak so. Obaseki, you they say Obaseki TV because you just talk one person. They talk one person for complete almost 5 minutes. I was even surprised that you will talk another thing. You they talk about Obaseki. Oshiomhole when they go use our money, those state money take you university for year no more. Una they cover there. Una not talking. Don't be Oshiomhole bring Obaseki come. What if you want paint black to red now? Be waiting. Bros, wanna take am easy. You don't feel because you don't hate person, you don't talk about. At least Obaseki see the try for those states. Won't talk the truth. Since when Obaseki they do for those states, we they see them. Everybody they comment, we they see them for Western world for year. Bros, we you try to take am easy for Obaseki matter, please. Even when our sister Kashi, see they ask me, say, do you have proof? You just they talk. If a Batman person, please wanna take am easy. You know your come media, call it up. Nigeria watch a big platform. The whole world they watch viewer. You'll see how many people they watch. Please wanna take am easy. I beg. That's my contribution, Sister Kashi. I greet you. Bye. Ciao.
Yeah,
Okay. Hello, Mr. Ife, are you there? Oh.
Hello, Kachi.
Mr. Ife, just I actually wanted him to stay on the phone while you answer that.
Okay.
But I
Definitely,
think we lost him already.
Yeah, it definitely is hearing me. I love the way he spoke. I don't hate Obaseki. I campaigned for Obaseki, the first and the second. I voted for him. I spent my own money to campaign for Obaseki. When Obaseki came on board, we Ninja Watch family, we were fighting him to probe Oshomole for the water storm, the 30 billion water storm project. If any of them can go back to the various series that we did, we are pushing Obaseki to probe Oshomole. Obaseki is doing fantastic well in Edo State. He's building, he's doing infrastructure, and he's doing what he was sent there to do. This is one thing that our people don't understand about government. Government are there to work for you. It is their responsibility. You don't have to praise them. This is why me, myself, I'm against them. In the Western world that I live, I've never one day hear anybody call the United States President Your Excellency, Your Honor. They call him Mr. President. And that's no other entitlement to his name. But our people, we keep on feeding these guys with too much big names. They now get into their egos and now makes them to think they are above the world. Obaseki is a public servant and is holding a public post. So if you encounter him, you are doing your right thing. It depends on what you want to say about him. I didn't say he's a bad guy. I didn't say he's a demon. All I say is this: he's corrupt. Because we push him because he was the one that said he wants to probe Oshomole for the water storm. He said it almost 2 or 3 times, and that was the end. We keep on fighting him to probe Oshomole, and he refused to do it. He refused to do it. So he's building buildings in Benin, doing some road, patching roads or whatever. It's okay. But we need more than that. There are insecurity in the land. There are hungers in the land. My people are being slaughtered every day. An old lady of 78 years old last year were raped by 8 Fulani young men. 8 Fulani young men, Kati, raped 78 years old woman when we have governor in the seat. My governor, Governor Obaseki, I've never one day voiced about this thing. He has never one day speak about it. He has never one day kick against it. About 6 months ago on this platform, on Nigeria's platform, we were on the show right there. A sister of ours comes from Toronto, Canada, and says that her grandmother was raped in Oriomo. After raping her, they beheaded her in her own house. The governor heard it. It's all over the world. It's all over the news. Killings every day in Benin, in Ovia, in Oriomo, in Umode. And you ask me to keep quiet when there's a city governor? Who does that? Who does that? In America that I live, if there's one gunshot in any local government, you see the governor running up and down. You see the mayor running up and down. You see the president coming out the next minute, kicking against it, voicing out. And a governor of mine who's an Edo Industry, who's
Engineer Ken? Okay, I think we lost Engineer Ken right there. Engineer Ken, are you there, please? Okay, we lost Engineer Ken right there. And Mr. John, are you ready for me?
Yeah, thank you. First I have to sympathize or empathize with Engineer Ken, just because I 100% agree with his perspective on the governor. I mean, I don't, these are public figures, and because they're public figures and they're public servants, they're not immune to criticism. In fact, if you're not criticizing them, I just don't think you understand what government is all about. You should be criticizing your government. That doesn't make you somebody that hates your government. In fact, it makes you very patriotic if you can point out the negative things that your government's doing. We're talking about 30 billion naira. That's at least based on their exchange rate, that's 70-80 million dollars. I mean, that can build a world-class medical facility in that state. That could build many kilometers of road in that state. That could educate many children. That can put homeless people into shelter. I mean, $70 million is missing, and somebody is talking about, and put that on top of what Engineer Ken just said. 70-year-old woman getting raped by 8 Fulani terrorists. People getting their heads chopped off. I think Nigeria is too desensitized to to crime and criminality and murder and the atrocities that's going on in Nigeria. People getting their head chopped off in their own house for no reason. $70 million, 30 billion naira missing, and you're coming to defend the governor that said he was going to probe somebody and never probed the person. But like Chuk said, I don't even want to talk about it because it's a distraction. It's an absolute distraction. He's never going to probe anybody. He's never going to probe anybody. They're just playing political games. They're not going to probe anybody in that state. And your 30 billion naira is gone. It's gone. You're never going to see it again. So let's not waste time on that. I 100% agree with Engineer Ken on that. But I also agree with Chooks. It's a distraction. In terms of the prison attack, Kachi, you're asking for evidence. Where do you see a federal prison attacked and hundreds of people escape, and for hours there's no military response in your capital? I mean, how many people need to tell us? Didn't the Yoruba Kunle come out on TV? He's a military person in the government. Didn't he tell you there's a conspiracy? Isn't U.S. security agencies telling you there's a conspiracy? Are there not Fulani people in your forest? Is that not real? I mean, how much? And you're saying there may be a conspiracy. You're saying that it seems like there's a conspiracy. I mean, can we not? I mean, how much more evidence do we need to suggest that there's something going on that we need to all pay attention to? It seems like there's a conspiracy. 4 hours of people breaking into a military installation, jail installation, prison installation. No response by military. Yet, if you hear PIM in the southeast, military will just flood every. You saw how many military tanks they're moving there. How many thousands of people Buhari will always say they're sending. Just let them say anything about anything in the southeast. They'll be flooding military people there. But an entire jail was attacked in Abuja for hours and no response. And Buhari is coming out on television telling you that being president's hard. He can't wait to leave. Now, anyway, in terms of Aisha Yusuf, this one, I don't know. This one is kind of funny actually, because unite and fight. Abi, are they uniting and fighting on open grazing? Are they uniting and fighting on water resource bill? Are they uniting and fighting on Fulani herdsmen in the forest? I mean, I'm not gonna talk because you know she'll come out and say yes, rich people, they have transcended your ideas of ethnicity because they realize they're rich and you're poor. But that doesn't mean there aren't real differences on the ground. So it's okay to unite and fight when we need to all go out and vote. But are they uniting and fighting when it comes to open grazing? I haven't heard the Northerners speaking against open grazing. I haven't heard the Northerners speaking against water resources bill. I haven't heard the Northerners talking about restructuring. I haven't heard the Northerners talking about self-determination. But when it's time to do Aisha will come out. Anyway, I know people like her, but I'm just pointing out the fact that it's hypocritical. What we need to unite and fight. Are we uniting and fighting against the spread of Sharia law? Are we uniting and fighting against that? No. In terms of Peter Obi and APCA, I know there's a lot of Peter Obi fans here, so I'm not going to say anything negative about Peter Obi. But this is not the first time that a politician has moved from office to office to office. So I'm going to leave that one alone. I'm not going to talk too much about that one. Muslim ticket. Like I said last time, Muslim ticket is a bad thing, but the reality is Tinubu has basically said, you don't get level to come and challenge me. Tinubu has basically said, whether you agree or you don't agree, he's going to be president. Tinubu is a master chess player. I can definitely tell you Tinubu that did not think about this lightly. Tinubu basically said, I will become president, Muslim, Muslim. And the same way that you're saying one Nigeria, I'm going to use that to tell you that it's not about Muslim, Muslim, it's about competency. So this Muslim, Muslim ticket, do I believe there's an agenda? Of course there's an agenda now. There's too much intelligence all around the world to tell you that there's not an agenda. There's too much intelligence against Nigeria to tell you that there's not an Islamization agenda. It's just that the people in the north are going to help you. You're going to help the people in the north by agreeing with them that Nigeria needs to be one. And at the end of the day, they're going to spread Islam. In terms of what this Abo said, this Senator Abo, I think he's from Adama, where he's from.
Yes,
Um,
Adamawa.
yeah, I mean, that's is he disagrees with all of this, but he's saying, I'm going to stay in the APC, and we're going to write who's going to right the wrong in APC? Him and which army? He's going to go against Tinubu and right the. Come on now, let's be real. He's going to be fight. He himself is going to be fighting against Tinubu. No, now let's be honest. Tinubu got Shatima as VP because that puts them even closer to power. Tinubu saw that as a calculation, and he took it. At the end of the day, you even have, because of money, you even have Christian organizations still voting for Tinubu, saying that, yes, it's okay. Isn't it the governor of Imo State that's saying they're not obedient, that they're obedient to APC? Isn't it Labor Party that's trying to go and do grassroots something? They're shooting people. So I mean, like, you guys, I mean, I think we just need to kind of wake up, because the reality is that, when you look through history, this is kind of a confusion that I think a lot of people have. When you look through history, democracy is maintained through strong institutions and good and participation of the electorate. That's when you have a democracy. That's how it's maintained. But Nigeria doesn't have a democracy. So when you should ask yourself, how are democracies achieved? Democracies, my dear, are not achieved by voting in nice people that give you all sorts of promises. Democracy is achieved through blood, sweat, and tears. So my question is, are you ready to give that blood, sweat, and tears? Because it's not a nice person that's going to give you democracy. You don't have democracy yet. If you had democracy, yes, you go and you do the political, you start to, but you don't have democracy. Trust me, you don't have democracy. You don't have democracy yet. So that's where I'll pause. I don't think there's any. We talked about Obaseki and Shumale. They're both corrupt, clearly. Where's the 30 billion naira? I mean, I guess somebody can say that he's doing a good job in other areas. Where's the 30 billion naira? The prison attack, you don't just attack prison and get away with it like that. Aisha Yusuf, what do you think about open grazing, my dear? What is open grazing? What water resource bill, Sharia law? Start talking about that. Start talking about uniting and fighting against that, and then I'll start listening to you. Peter will be an APGA. Anyway, and then the Muslim ticket, we've talked about it. Okay, thank you so much, Kachi. I'll yield to them.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. John. Thank you. We're gonna go straight to the next person we have here, which is Madam Rita. Good evening to you.
Kachi, can somebody take my space, like Sir Andrew, because I'll be back in the next 30 minutes. I don't know if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
thank
right,
you.
that's fine. That's fine. Mr. Legdo, are you ready for me, please?
Yeah. Sorry, Kachi yield his floor to me. I mean, my Madam Rita yield her floor for me. I asked
Okay,
in the private chat.
Okay,
So
Mr. Andrew,
she's
please
taking my.
go ahead.
But before I say anything, can you bring me up to date in respect to the topic of
Uh,
discussion, please?
okay, no problem. I'm gonna do that for you and every other person that is just joining us. So, before after Obaseki came into power, he talked about probing Oshomole over the 30 billion naira water storm project in Edo State, Benin City. Right? I think he came out 2 or 3 times to say he was going to probe, which he never did, anyways. People were putting pressure on him to probe what's going on. And right now is the rainy season in Nigeria, waterlogged, bad road, and everything. But now, today, the 13th of July, Oshomola is coming out now to say Instead that money, 16 billion was given to Obaseki, right? So now people are now saying that, is this the reason why Obaseki never came out to say anything concerning probing Oshomole over the 30 billion naira stormwater project? That is aside. We also talked about the Victor. There's this the Victor Oye, that's the chairman of ABGA, saying that Peter Obi can never win the presidency if he doesn't come back to ABGA, because he made a vow that he was going to be in ABGA and die with ABGA. That is Victor Oye talking about that right now. Then we also displayed a video from Aisha Yusuf saying that the suffering is the same everywhere. Both northerners, southerners, easterners, westerners, everybody is going through the suffering together. So, and these politicians are enjoying the proceedings from corruption, from money sharing and all of that. They come together and enjoy all of those things. So why are they not using us to fight each other when they are actually enjoying all of these things themselves? Then this the senator Abo came out also to say he's resigning from the APC presidential campaign, saying that he's not in support of the Muslim ticket, saying that his conscience will not allow him, that this is a very sensitive issue, so he's resigning from the APC presidential campaign. That's Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his running mate. So basically, that's what we're talking about today.
Thank you very much. I think we are already weighing into that Muslim ticket yesterday, so I'm not going to go there. In terms of Obaseki not probing or Shomole, nobody can probe anybody in that country. As at today, the 13th of July 2022, nobody can probe another person, because no politician can probe the other politician, because every one of them have skeleton in their cupboard. So Obaseki have not come out to refute the allegation. So it's going to be allegedly at the moment, until such a time that he comes out to refute the allegation that he collected money. But the fact remains, and I repeat again, nobody can probe anyone. You remember the other day when one Mr. Diola came on the show and was talking about the APC could have probed Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And I wanted to say something. Let me use the opportunity to say it. If seeing that Bola Ahmed Tinubu made claim to make Buhari president, and without him, Buhari will not be a president, you cannot bite a finger that fits you. So Buhari cannot probe Tinubu to know how he got his money, how he got his wealth. So as this stands, nobody can probe. My prayer, my hope, regardless of whatever reservation anyone may have about Peter Obi, when he comes into power, he will be able to turn the tides around. Now, whether he will go after to probe people, I don't know about that. But the focus will be to turn the ship around, to make the necessary things work. Electricity, which will involve security, unemployment, good roads, good governance, where people can be
Okay,
accountable.
Mr.
Pardon?
Andrew, sorry to cut you. Sorry to cut you, Mr. Andrew. I actually
Oh,
forgot to add one thing. The running mate to Peter Obi, that's Yusuf Dati. A lot of people has also been saying that Peter Obi is talking just based on moving Nigeria from a consuming country to a producing country. He's not talking so much about security and how he's going to handle that particular sector in Nigeria. People are so that he actually granted an interview, and they were asking him, why are you guys so big on fighting corruption and moving Nigeria from a consumption to producing country? And he made a statement. He said that with the kind of intel that they have concerning the insecurity in the country, that is the reason why they are not saying so much. That they know so much, that is the reason why they are not talking too much. That every other person who has come to talk about insecurity know little about the insecurity in the country. It further went to make examples like how a particular set of people were living in a particular state in Nigeria and everything was safe there. Immediately they moved from that place to, let's say, Abuja, for example. The other place became a terror zone. Everything started happening in that place, and the other place was not safe. So he just made some reference with a particular set of people in the country. So that was the last one. Thank you.
Yeah. It made sense because you must understand the politics in Nigeria. Okay, the issue of insecurity in Nigeria can be dealt with, but however, the government that we have now allegedly knows those who are involved in the. For example, look at the issue of Abakwari. Does anyone wants to tell me that people in high authority does not know what Abakwari was doing since? Now, was Abakwari among those people that was free from the Kuje prison? If yes, they know what they are doing. So if they keep mute on that right now, it makes sense. And not to play all their cards out. You don't play all your cards out, or else these people are desperate. And when you meet somebody who is desperate to cover his track or their corruption, they will do anything to. In fact, they don't mind creating war to ensure that they are not exposed. So it makes sense there in that regard. When they come in by God's grace and they are able to sort out the issue of electricity, don't forget that the absence of electricity also contributes to what? To crime, because there's no light. And where there's no light, there's always going to be darkness. So people can operate. So when these issues are sorted out, believe me, a lot of people will practically run away from that country. I'm telling you the truth. Even some will resign. Look at the issue of certificates going on. Recently, the PDP man that was supposed to come out for in the Delta State had to the court had to rule him out because of issue of what? Of certificates. So when he comes into power by the special grace of God, and he lives up to the expectation or the promises he has made, his credibility, things will turn around. I mean, it's not going to be in a day's job. It's going to face challenges. But I'm a strong believer that no matter the darkness we've seen in that country, the country can still be better if we get a credible leader that has a heart like a lion. And I believe Peter Obi, like I said, I don't know him from Adam. I did not even know that Peter Obi was a governor of Anambra State. So, I mean, you'll be very funny. You'll be surprised. Not until recently. And I listened to him intensively. I cross-check everything. I listened to his speech, his body language, and I listened to Donyo Okukpe. In fact, Donyo Okukpe is the one that convinced me when I listened to him. And Donyo Okukpe also have lived up to his reputation by yielding that floor of a vice president, because he said in the interview, he's not interested in power no, by yielding the floor to what? To another person. That is, it lives up to his reputation. Even though people complain about him, no problem. People can change. So we have to take one step at a time. That was right. I listened to that interview. What is happening in Nigeria there is within Nigeria there. The terrorists are there. They are not difficult to get rid of. It's just that some individuals are benefiting from it. And because they are benefiting from it, they will not want things to be better. So that is why I will keep saying, in any program we are featuring, if you are promoting Peter Obi, promote him rightly. Let's push for it. We all want to change. There's no one that does not like electricity. Muslim, Christian, Abalis, an innocent person, a decent person, even a criminal also like electricity, because he needs to operate. He needs to use some of his technology to operate. The Yahoo boys also like electricity. So if we get electricity, I can guarantee you, we live in the Western world. There are crimes here, but the crimes are limited. Because why? There's electricity that can run everything, including CCTV camera. So if you don't have this thing, how would we get better? Let's focus. I believe we will focus on that. That electricity is an issue to me. Because once that is in place, I guarantee you every other thing with time will start to fall into place. I yield the floor. Thank you. Madam Rita, thank you very much for yielding the floor to me.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew, for that contribution. Madam Rita is not here with us at the moment. I'm just going to go to Mr. Letgo. Mr. Letgo, please, are you ready for me?
Yeah,
Good evening to you.
good evening.
Please go ahead and make your contributions.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. Although I log in late, I've been so busy. So what I want to say is based on what the last speaker said. What he said um, was correct. The insecurity in Nigeria currently is the present government that gave us insecurity. Buhari said it in his campaign that if he did not win, he will make the government ungovernable. Nigeria should not forget that. And when Buhari made his acceptance speech, he said that we should not expect him to govern Nigeria equal, that those who did not give him the percentage of votes that he needed, he won't treat them equal. He made it clear. And since then, what is happening in Nigeria? All the strategic office is Muslim. President Muslim, Senate Muslim, Army staff Muslim, Air staff Muslim, police Muslim, custom Muslim. Every office, strategic office that made up a country belongs to Muslim. So, and since then, insecurity has been in Nigeria. El-Rufai came out and said that the Boko Haram live in his state, that they know them, they know where they are, they know where to get them. They are even negotiating with them. So the insecurity in Nigeria is clear. The Buhari and APC administration gave us the situation we are today. Nobody should deny that. So, and for us to tackle this, we have to change the narration. And now, Tinubu to go with Muslim ticket. Tinubu will not say, APC will not say that people did not cry. Christian Association of Nigeria cry. All the Christian cry. All the Muslims that are Christian cry. They make suggestions, but at the end of the day, they still do what they want to do to tell Nigerians that other people does not matter. And look at Tinubu. Wherever Tinubu is today, all the people surrounded him, they are all complete Muslims. All. Because Tinubu is afraid of losing the seat. But he made a wrong choice. So for this choice that Tinubu made, we pay dearly. It will pay. The only time it will not pay is if Tinubu lose that seat. But if Tinubu win this election and they win it, I'm telling you, Nigeria will be gone. Because why Nigeria will be gone is that it is not justice, it is not equity, it is not favorable. Adebanjo just made a statement. I just watched him made it. He said, this current administration, this is the turn for Southeasterners to produce a president. And that is pure true. The Abo that resigned, the Lawal, Bache Lawal that is threatening that he's going to step down, they're all saying the same thing. So what are we going to see 2023? I'm telling every Nigerian now, prepare yourself, defend yourself, wherever you can, whatever you can do to defend yourself, start now to prepare for 2023 because there may be no election, even there may be no Nigeria after the election because the same people that are telling us it doesn't matter is the same people that are in the INEC, is the same people that are playing the game that we want to change. How can we change this government? How can we change Nigeria by being in the same situation of the same people that are playing the game? They make the rules, they give us a frontless constitution, they make the rules, and we sit on that constitution. And anytime we want to raise up, they will bring something to to just scatter the whole situation. So wherever you are, you have to prepare yourself. I will be happy if at the end of the day, the APC and PDP will lose this power because they have nothing to give Nigeria anymore. Look at where we are. Somebody just spoke on behalf of APC that when Tinubu come back to the office, that Tinubu know what to do, Tinubu know where to tackle insecurity. And he is in the present governance. He is in the present APC. Nothing has been done. Nigeria has been killed in thousands. Nigeria has been massacred. The whole international communities are threatening to withdraw from Nigerians. No investors. Look at dollar to naira. Look at the cost of living. A friend of mine bought a small tube of yam yesterday in everyday markets in Lekki. 20,000 naira for just small tube of yam. So everybody has to start now to prepare for 2023. That's all I have to say. Start now to prepare for yourself, for your family, wherever you can, because it's gonna be deadly. It will be deadly at the end of the day. There may be no Nigeria coming 2023. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Let Go, for that very straightforward delivery. I'm just going to go straight to Mr. CM. Mr. CM, good evening. Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, good evening, Kachi, and good evening, the rest of the people on the panel and those on the chat column. It's quite a pity I'm joining very late. I'm just hurrying back home, so I just have to say, even if it's for some few minutes, I need to listen and hear what is going on. Probably I've heard something about, I don't think Ike said the app gas, you may need to, let me not mumble things. Please, you may need to refresh my memory a little bit so that I know all the issues are topical. They should have been the recent happenings or what happened today or yesterday. So if you don't
Okay.
mind.
All right, that's fine, Mr. CM. You were talking about APGA. Yes, I actually talked about APGA because the chairman of APGA already came out. It was an old video, but I was trying to make a point, saying that Peter Obi will not win the presidential race if he doesn't return to APGA. Saying that he made a vow to be with Abga and die with Abga. Then a video was played of Peter Obi saying that he will be with Abga, right? So that's that about that. Then Senator Abu also resigned from the APC presidential campaign. That's Peter Obi and I said Peter Obi, Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his running mate Senator Abu resigned from that. Then also that he in an interview with a Rise TV, made mention of why they've not been talking big on security, because a lot of people have been saying that the Obidati movement has always been moving Nigeria from a consumption country to a producing country, and how they are going to fight corruption and all of that. So that he was actually trying to say that with the information they know, or with the intel that they have concerning security in Nigeria, that's the reason why they are not talking so much. That because they know too much. He also made reference to people who are talking too much about the insecurity in the country, saying that they don't know so much. That is the reason why they are talking too much. They know so much. That is the reason why they are not saying so much concerning the insecurity in the country. He further went to explain, he gave an example of a certain group of people in the country, how they moved from a place to place. Immediately they moved to a particular place, the old zone became a terror zone, and when they moved to the new place become a very peaceful zone. So he made some references back there. So basically that's just what we're talking about today. And the Obaseki and Oshomole saga. Some time ago, Obaseki said he was going to probe Oshomole concerning the 30 billion naira stormwater project, right? Obaseki had a lot of pressure from people saying that he has to probe the Oshomole 30 billion naira stormwater project. if we can remember very well, Obaseki came out like 3 times to say he was going to probe that, but unfortunately, that never happened. Today being the 13th of July, 2022, Oshomole came out to say that it gave Obaseki 16 billion naira out of that 13 billion naira project money meant for the federal roads and all of that. So that brings us to another question. Could this be the reason why could this be the reason why Obaseki has not probed Oshomole like he said he was going to? So that's just it basically. That's the summary of everything.
Okay. Give Obaseki 16 billion. Okay. I think at about five items. First of all, let me start with the Edo water storm. You see, my take has always been that if you want to probe, the question to ask is, are you probing because of political expediency, witch hunting, or are you probing because of public interest? If there's a mismanagement somehow, or there is an improper handling, or maybe a kick, what they call Nigerians call kickback, or kick forward, or kick sideways. If there has been a way that, in any way, shape, or form, that the 30 billion naira meant for Edo water storm, if there's been a way it has been mismanaged, Obaseki, as the incumbent governor, should look into it, despite the fact, irrespective of the fact that he was part of the last regime of Oshiomhole. And then the fact that they will come on air to say, I will probe, later you won't probe. Somebody will only say because you want to use it to play politics. If indeed the people of Edo State has been shortchanged, there is nothing, you are left with no option than to look into it and then forward the result of the outcome of the probe to the appropriate authorities to recover money, if there is need to recover money, or invite the person to come and give account. The idea of a government probing the preceding government, or a successor government probing the preceding government, is not new. Let's take the recent case of Imo State. When the Rochas Okorocha left, Emeki Ihedioha came in and instituted a probe. Although the Supreme Court did their abracadabra, removed the Ihedioha, then Uzodinma continued, took over. Hope Uzodinma continued the probe. He did not stop it, despite the fact that Hope Uzodinma is is APC, just like Rochas Okorocha. Somebody might say because Emeki Ihedioha, who started it, was in PDP, it's a political issue. But Uzodinma continued it, and today, as people, as you know as well as I do, that so many properties were recovered from Rochas Okorocha and the family. The prime one being is what they call Kingsley Ozuomba Mbadiwe University, which Rochas Okorocha built, called it Eastern Palm University, and registered and told the people of Imo State that he registered it as a Imo State University. Only to, if you go to National Universities Commission, it is just another Okorocha and Sons, you know. So there is need, if Obaseki is serious, because well, there's no point saying you will probe. If there is need for you, it doesn't mean you will probe it. But if you feel, you are convinced that something did not go well, I mean, you are the custodian of Edo whatever assets and liabilities now. You go ahead and look into it, and not to say you don't want to probe, or you will probe, you won't probe. Now, because of election period, probably Oshiomhole must have had some undercurrent going on. Then they now start to implicate you, telling you, after all, you collected 16 billion from it. I'm not really happy about that, despite the fact that I may not be directly involved. I've always regarded those states as my second state. I don't know why. So, or if Oshiomhole should be made to, I mean, Obaseki should made to come clean. He must come clean on this issue. Is there a need to probe? Yes. Then go ahead and probe it. If there is no need, then you stop fooling us. If it's indeed you took 16 billion out of it, then you have to give account of that. Be that as it may, the next incoming government, when Obaseki will hand over, must know that there is now an agenda. This thing should be looked into, because there is no smoke without fire. There must be something there, but maybe they are doing it. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. Enough said on that anyway. Then on Victor Iko, yes, there is APGA chairman's remark that P2B will never win because unless he comes back to APGA. I've heard that this thing. It is not the first time he's saying it. He has said it in the past, and then at the heat of everything, Peter, I think that was 2019 when P2B was running mate to Atiku Abubakar in the PDP. Ikoye went to town. Then it was even hyped up. P2B replied that yes, he said he will be in APGA as long as he's in governor of Anambra State. He said he did not vow that he will leave APGA or for any other thing. He said he will be in APGA as long as he's governor of Anambra State. He must be in APGA. But if he finishes governor, then he can then say, okay, because he doesn't want to jump from one party, as most governors are doing. You will be elected as a PDP governor, like in Ebonyi State. Halfway, you cross over to APC. You were elected as, just like Okorocha, elected as APGA governor in Imo State. After one term, he won a re-election. I mean, before the end of the one term, he crossed over to APC. So P2B saw all these things, and then so many other governors. I think that was why he said he will not leave APGA as long as he's the governor, because he was elected as an APGA governor. But if he finishes his term, probably he may be free to cross over if to cross over to any party if he wishes to. And true to type, he did not leave APGA until he handed over. Then before he joined towards the end of Goodluck Jonathan's administration as a PDP member. So I'm not holding brief for P2B, but this has been what I've heard. So for Victor Ikoye to be saying it, I don't know the purpose it will serve, whether because of the B movement or for one reason or the other, I do not know. So this is all I know about it. But then you can never say somebody will never win. You are not God. As long as you are not God. Even if he say he took a vow, he took a vow, is he before you? Two people took a vow before God, at least before a priest, to say they are wedded as husband and wife, but they will still have to fight for divorce when they like. So to that extent, nobody should play God. Even if P2B leaves APGA and then joins any other party, leave him to his own. Let the people decide. After all, the people that will vote, you do not know. You can never foretell the outcome of an election in which you are not the principal, in which you are not having overwhelming influence as to determine the outcome. So that is enough said on that. Then the issue of P2B being silent, or the Labour Party, yes, P2B and our friend Yusuf Dati, Baba Hakim, Baba Ahmed, Yusuf Dati, Baba Ahmed, and P2B, they took two teams for them to be silent on security. I think there's a sign that from the interview the VP gave the other day, he was saying he knew so much, like you said. They knew so much about security, but they do not want to say anything. Probably when they get into office, it's likely that some heads must roll. But this is my own independent opinion from what I can read from his body language. They will really take a lot of people to task. It wouldn't be business as usual. Now, why are they not trying to make pronouncement that I will do this, I will do that, security will be like this? Remember, the people you are dealing with, the security, the terrorists, they're also listening to even what we are saying here. So they are listening because they know, so that they know how to tighten up or know when to do anything. Issues about fighting security is that the people will only see the result, but the planning and the execution might not be made known to the people, because security is like you are also involved. So to that extent, I will grant them that privilege, that they know much, but they wouldn't say all the things they know. So like I used to say, 6 months is still a long time for Nigeria to endure this evil regime. I don't know if we now say go and then give them the info they need. They will play politics with it, and then this is a political time. Everyone want to keep his best, the joker or the aces of he want to play to his chest without people knowing it. So in that case, the government that is in power now, being like they say they're headed by a retired general, I think they ought to do something. But in any case, let's not fool ourselves. The insecurity today in Nigeria is entirely 100%. I will say it 100% a making of this present administration, because when they were in opposition, they invited Boko Haram, sponsored them with a Rufai, the leader, sponsored them so that they can discredit Jonathan. People will now say Jonathan is soft on the Nigeria is not secure, they have to vote him. So all manner of lies using Tinubu's media. Tinubu placed his media at the service of the then opposition. And they use all manner of lies, calling names. I remember when they said Jonathan is training 1,000 snipers. All these things are uh, pathetic lies. So they created the monster, but they can't control them anymore. So that's why somehow I have to blame them. And this B2B, hopefully if he gets in, he should be able to know how to handle it. But in this case, it should not be business as usual. So the government today is the alpha and omega of the insecurity we are having. They should do something about it. They know where Boko Haram is. The financiers, those people that are sponsoring them, they are in the government. Government is aware, they know them, they know. So I don't think they have to, it's not something they will outsource to any other person. But for the fact that they are not doing anything, it means that for the fact that they are not, they felt overwhelmed, it's just to deceive Nigerians, and they still use it to say to further Fulanization, which to me is already dead on arrival, because the idea of Ruga and all those their nonsense they were saying, Ruga, this grazing route, what is it called? All those animal husbandry here and there in every state, it has failed. So that is Fulanization through the other means. It has all failed, but we are still bedeviled with insecurity. So the government should do something about it. Now the last one is Muslim ticket. On Muslim ticket, I have two important let me say, points to make there. Number one is, they say Nigeria is a secular state. Yes. In Nigeria, we believe in federal character and then carrying everybody along. That is why they will tell somebody from Anambra State, you must score 139 to be able to get into King's College. Why somebody from another state or somewhere will score 7 over 200 out of 200 to be admitted into the same school. Why? Because they want to carry everybody along. They felt that the people who score 7 below somebody from Anambra State ought to be given a chance. Okay, we agree. Now, why can't Tinubu, because of the way Nigeria is, or APC, why can't they go? Are they telling me that throughout the North, they can see a capable Christian who will be number two? It's not that when you put a Christian as number two, then he will perform wonders. But you're only trying to send a message to the Christian community that, look, you belong. I have a seat. When I see it, if you can see yourself in me as a Muslim president, you can also see yourself as a VP who is there. Even, well, for instance, Oshibajo, who is the current VP, I don't think he's speaking the mind of Christians. But when you remember that he's a Christian, you feel that you are not shortchanged, despite the fact that he might not be doing your bidding the way you had wanted it. So ignoring the Christians in the north and then picking a Muslim, that is too audacious, and then you are trying to rub it into the face of the Christians that maybe they don't belong. You don't care about them. That is one. Now, the second point I want to make is Tinubu and the APC, they've decided to go the Muslim way. Fair enough. That is their decision. It is now left for you, to the voter, to also make your own decision, because what is good for the geese is good for the gander. They've decided what they want, and good enough, fair enough, you have an alternative. You can decide if you really want your Christian faith to be represented on the ticket. Yeah, you have to look elsewhere. If you want to rent a house and the landlord put the rent at a very exorbitant price, it doesn't mean you have to be a homeless. You look for somewhere else where the rent is cheaper or where you can afford it. So if you can't afford APC to vote for APC
How are you?
because of
Oh,
if you can't afford APC because you feel that a Muslim ticket is expensive, you with your voters card you can still buy something cheap. Where I don't want to tell you where to vote, or if you want me to, I will tell you go you join the moving train. But as a Christian, particularly those of them in the northern part of the country, you vote the other way. Nobody will stop you. So if you decide to go Muslim, I can go Muslim. I can vote for another party where I feel my interest will be protected. In any case, as the voter, you have you have the final say in whom you vote for. So in this case, APC has given you a leeway. Said if you don't want Muslim, you can vote another one. It's not compulsory. They feel that is what is important to them, that they can achieve their aim through Muslim. Then you can also tell them that you want your interest protected through the other way. So it's as simple as that. Then for Senator Abu, who resigned from APC, if I get your name, Senator Abu, I think there's even one Tony Princeway from River State who also resigned. And the reason the chap gave was the best. He said in River State that they are fighting for equity. And every day he's fighting for equity. Say he cannot be fighting for equity in River State and be supporting inequity at the federal level. So it's as I think whoever resigns from APC, I'm not telling them to resign, but whoever resigns, he has a reason. I can't be in Nigeria. Religion is important. Even when we profess our religion or we feel we want to show the world that we are religious people, but in practice we are irreligious because it doesn't count. We don't behave like people that are really of God. Everything is up for grabs. So if you feel that you cannot handle APC Muslim, then there's alternative. We are not a one-party state. You try something else. Probably that will teach them a lesson. The era of MKO Abiola and Baba Gana Kingibe has gone. Then Nigerians did not give a toss whether it is Muslim or Christian or animist, because we want to get out of the yoke of military regime. Remember, IBB said it should be 1990, we hand over. Later he said it should be 1992, and people kept faith. Then 1992 passed, 1993 is still dilly-dallying. Then people said no. So at that point, even if it's a cockroach that comes in, we want to get rid of military. So that's why Muslim ticket was not that of everybody said no, it doesn't matter, let them go. So far, even if it's a Muslim, after all, there's Muslim in the military, there's Christian in the military dealing with us. So if we get Muslim and their civilians, then we can now start because it was a fresh start. That is one of the reasons why people can always refer to we had a Muslim ticket and then Nigeria did not break. But they've forgotten that the outcome did not do the process any good, because in the end the beneficiary, the man who won the election, was not allowed to take over, and then he was killed in the process. His business decimated, his family also decimated. So that is one thing. And then now that we are here, then there was no Boko Haram. There's nothing like four recognized terror organizations taking uh,
Mr.
using
CM,
Nigeria.
can you please round up?
Sorry, there's nothing like uh, non-terror organizations taking a root in Nigeria. Now we have Boko Haram, and everything is traceable to religion. We have ISWAP traceable to even Miyetti Yala, whose agenda Buhari is operating, and forgot about the APC manifesto, and be operating Miyetti Yala's manifesto. So a lot of things, when you throw all these things in the mixture, it then tells you that look, Nigeria is so religiously tensed up that tomorrow somebody might even tell you it cannot just be Christian. It must be a denomination of a Christian or Muslim Christian. So, I mean, it's insensitive on the part of APC to go and be settling for Muslim at this point in time. I don't think that cat can fly. I mean, the
All
kite
right.
can never fly. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you, Mr. CM, for that. We have a caller right here. Father Mr. Pius, please. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you, my sister.
Good evening, Mr.
May
Pius.
God bless you.
Amen.
God live brain. Sister Kashi, may God bless you.
Amen.
More anointing, more blessing.
Thank you.
Thank you. More wisdom to you in the name of Jesus.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you for everything. I agree the house. First of all, let me first talk about Peter Obi. If people don't really know how Peter Obi come from, I want Nigeria to listen. Peter Obi is just like a messenger, like Jesus Christ. Let me just describe this like that. So when Jesus Christ want to come the world, they send John the Baptist to go and clear the way from Jesus Christ. That's what I said last time. That's what Omoyo Oshore was doing for Peter Obi. Not when Jesus Christ entered the world, he was with his father. He was following the father everywhere. When he reached the temple of God during the festival, after the mother and father have left, he still there in the temple, started listening to the elders. Listening, that was what Peter Obi was doing. I've been studying for those people, party to party to party. He was studying them, the way they behave, they do this. He will know that they were not doing the right thing. Understand? And from there, the first miracle Jesus Christ performed in Cana, after the drink, the mother meet Jesus Christ say, my son, the drink has finished. What I say, my mother, my turn has not yet come. But he still performed the miracle. That what Peter Obi did in Anambra. He just showed them one miracle in Anambra. This is what I can do for Nigeria. So the temple, where they were selling cattle, they were changing money, they were thieves, they were robbers, they were killers inside the church. He come inside the church and destroy everything. Say, you people cannot turn my father's house into the house of them and robbers. This is the time for Peter Obi. That's how God has seen it. This is the time right now. He has come to Nigeria to tell the people they have been disturbing, they have been destroying Nigeria. For that, he's telling them the truth. And Peter Obi is going to do something that people will surprise. Say, wow, we didn't know this man will work like this. Anybody that is doubting that Peter Obi will not win, he will win. I've said it that day. If Peter Obi doesn't win, if he didn't win, Nigeria will divide. People should go and mark it. And if the youth vote for Peter Obi, they rob that election. You see what the youth will do. The youth of Nigeria want to change Africa. If Nigeria will change Africa, once Nigeria make it right, the whole Africa will be okay. Without Nigeria, they don't make it right, Africa will not be okay.
Okay.
To see what is happening, let me use those states as an example. And anything that those states start now, but we see those states now, they're already supporting Peter Obi. Number one state. I know say everything is going to be all right. Let me go for the time of Oshiomhole and Obaseki. You know, so we those people, we don't stand for the truth. Because many people eat during Oshiomhole, they don't want to tell the truth. The time Oshiomhole leave office, there was one bishop that come at that time. We were shouting Oshiomhole eat those state money. As that guy sharp, rich, talk rich, nobody listened to that guy. They just want to cover everything. Okay, when Oshiomhole entered those state government, Oshiomhole don't have anything. See the houses and everything Oshiomhole built. Nobody talk about it. About this 30 billion they are talking about, it's also Obaseki takes 60 billion. Myself, let me tell the truth. If Obaseki probe Oshiomhole, many things go happen for those states. Names where they're not supposed to measure, they go measure there. They go say Obaseki don't do another one. Let me talk. They say Obaseki don't start again. Why Oshiomhole come out now? They want to involve Obaseki. They say, Obaseki, now like this, your father don't do this one before, your father have done this one before. That's what they are pushing now. It no matter Obaseki. Obaseki know that his son is not on that money job on it before he want to prove Oshiomhole before. But there's something make it to stand. You know, the many people hear some gist. Everybody doesn't really know what is happening. Some people know what is happening in the state.
All right, thank you.
Oshiomhole, I suppose no people should be crying Oshiomhole. Oshiomhole should sell those jets, all those things do for a former wife. You should bring those money to those people. That's what I just want to say. Thank you, my sister. May God bless you.
Amen.
Before I finish, I want to thank the Moses of our time, Nigeria Watch. You know, say Nigeria Watch have been talking about this project, say if Obaseki can probe Oshiomhole.
Hmm.
That's only something that is remaining now to prove Oshomole. Or Nigeria which have been fighting, talking about this, they should prove Oshomole, should prove Oshomole. They have been saying it. So if every those states, people will join Nigeria Watch, say you must prove Oshomole, every channel will be talking, Mr. Obasi will not do it. He will do it. Anything I want to happen, just it should happen.
All
But I have
right.
to start with it. And I want to tell God bless Nigeria Watch, the Moses of our time, and God bless you too. God bless all the listeners in the name of
Thank you.
Jesus Christ. Thank you
Amen.
very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pius, for that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. To everybody in the comment section, to our lovely panelists, thank you. I can see the finest of them all. Irene Finest, you came late, too, but thank you, Shasi. You still join us. Thank you, Naomi Bella. Thank you guys for being here with me. Johnson Emmanuel, thank you so much for being here. Asemuta Sunday, thank you so much for being here with me. Femi Bash, Femi, I can see you right there. Matthew Chima, thank you so much for being there with me. I appreciate you guys, our amazing viewers, and everybody on the panelists. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I appreciate you all. Okay, we have some people who actually came late. Our time is already fast spent. But guys, before I go further and call the other panelists to make their contributions before round up the show, let's see they happen to our likes now. Guys, I beg you guys should help me click the like button. Like this broadcast and share it. Please like. I can't say this enough. So YouTube can spread our message like wildfire, so more people can come here and see the good work we do here. Please help us to like this broadcast and share it. To like is free, oh, no be money you go use. Just like is free. To share is also free. Please like and share, and also the dollar sign right there on the comment section. Click on the dollar sign. Help us with anything that you can. Support us with anything. Encourage us with anything you can. I don't dey see like now, but more they like this thing now. More they like and they like. Thank you all so much. So we have three more people who just joined us. I can see Happy Kem Wabo. Mr. Happy Ken, you were here before, but we lost you. I can see Solution Minded. Solution Minded just left us too. I can see Dokomo. Dokomo too is also here. But then, Mr. Happy Ken, are you ready for me, please?
All right, yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Happy Ken.
Yeah.
Is this your first time being here
Thank you.
with us, please?
Yeah, this is my first time. Yeah.
Oh,
And I
amazing.
like what you are doing. I used to watch Ninja Watch for a long time now, but
Oh,
I haven't been
amazing.
online with you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for being here. I
Yeah. I
appreciate
like
you.
what you people are doing, and it's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank
Where
you
are you
for
joining
good
us from,
work.
please?
I'm joining you from France.
Thank you, Mr. Apiken. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mr. Apiken from France. Thank you. Okay, please go
Yeah.
ahead and make your submission.
Yeah. What I want to make is that in Nigeria, many people don't know what they are doing about the politics. I'm talking about the Peter Obi. It's a good movement, and people should follow the way because when they miss this man this time, it will be a problem. Because people that is coming and saying it's my turn, that is not how to run politics. And we have been suffering for a long time, and we need a liberation. When the solution is around, people need to talk and remove these old people in the point and make things all right because the suffering is too much in that country. People are running every day because of the hardship and everything. Let's do just this. Let's try an Igbo man and let's look the difference. It's not about maybe Igbo or whatever. We need somebody that is capable to speak for us, somebody that we understand the youth and the entire people in that country, just common man, not about the politics, because these people that is attacking Nigeria, they are just few people. Let's fight and take our country back. This is not how the country is running because I didn't see the betterment of that country anytime, any day. Let them just do the right thing and make things okay. That is my own contribution on the of the area.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Apiken.
All
Endeavor
right,
to
thank you.
join us. Yes, endeavor to join us again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Nigerian time for our discussion. We usually have our discussion Monday to Thursday, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. And we have our newspaper review 10 a.m. Nigerian time, Monday to Saturday. endeavor to join us. And every Friday, we usually have our debate. Debate is always very tough, it's always very hot. So I urge you to try and join our debate every Friday, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. That being said, everybody has actually contributed on what we're talking about today. Thank you all so much, guys. Mr. Juden, Mr. John, Mr. Theobala, Mr. CM, Mr. Andrew, Madam Rita, Mr. Happy Ken Waba, Mr. Dokomo. Thank you all so much. Engineer Ken was also here. Thank you so much to our callers too, to Mr. Pius, Mr. Tobori FA. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys, so amazing viewers out there. I always say this to Natisa as a joke. You guys have a special place in my heart. I'm not joking. I love you all so much. Without you, there's no Ninja Watch. Without you guys, I'll just come here and keep talking to myself. When I don't tire, I go close laptop, they go out. But I'm happy that you guys are always here with me, showing me love and showing me encouragement. I appreciate you all. This is to show that everything is affecting all of us. What is going on in the country is affecting every one of us. We are here because we are obedient citizens, we are patriotic citizens. We have the country's interest at heart. So I'm really grateful to have you guys here. Words alone is not enough to tell you guys how grateful I am here. How grateful I am here. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hail a lot for now. I hail una una too much, una three much, una three much. Thank you guys. Irene Finance, I see you right there. Johnson Emmanuel, I hail you too. And the mommy of all mommies, mommy diaspora. I love you so much, mommy. Thank you so much for always being here. Edo Lights Watch, my brother. Thank you so much for being here. Juno Obaseki. Thank you, guys, for always being here. I can see Femi Bash right there. Femi Bash, thank you so much for being here with me. I can see Victor Smart. Victor Smart, thank you so much for being right here with me today. Naomi Bella, I see you. Thank you so much. Johnson Emmanuel, I see you. Asemuta Sunday, I see you right there. Matthew Chima, thank you so much. I see you guys right here. I see all of you. Trust me, I can see Ngozi right there. Ngozi, I see you. I can see Chuka. Chuka, I see you right there. Innocent Okar. Okar. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So, guys, I cannot exactly say thank you to, I cannot exactly call everyone right now because we have a lot of comments. I can say, oh, Ekwase or Ekwashe. Thank you so much. I say Oliege Henry. Thank you so much for being here with me. You guys, pardon me if I'm not calling your names correctly. James Morgan, I see you right there. Thank you all so much for being here. Jacob D, I see you right there. Thank you so much. I can say patience. Ehihe. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you all. Bruno, MAJ. Thank you. You're the best. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you guys so much. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this broadcast. It's not meant for just me and you. Please share this broadcast. Please like it so more people can come here. Thank you so much. I cannot emphasize. Guys, try your best. Call your people back home. Let them understand why they cannot vote for urgent 2K this time around. Let them understand that come 2023 presidential election, it should not be business as usual. Let them understand. Only when they understand, they can now start voting right. So please call your people. Let them understand why they have to vote right this time. Thank you guys so much. Please double your effort, triple your effort. Do all you can to sensitize your people and talk to people. Thank you. But before I go, I'm just going to give time out to the people in the panel to just round up everything that they've been saying so far. But then I want you to talk to Nigerians, talk to our viewers watching us right now. I'm going to start with Mr. Juden. Mr. Juden, please. Mr. Juden, are you ready for me? Or are you ready for Nigerians? Okay, I guess Mr. Jordan is not ready for us. I'm just going to go straight to Mr. John. Mr. John, please, are you ready?
Yeah, thank you again, Kachi, and thank you, everyone listening in and contributing to the conversation. We have a wonderful home in Africa that we're looking to define. Right? Who knows what tomorrow may bring, But at the end of the day, we're gonna have a big role to play in creating that story, all of us. When it comes to 2023, I think more so than telling everybody to get their PVC, which is their right. I think it's also really important to tell everybody to stay vigilant. That's
Mm.
and that message is coming from a good place. I'm not somebody who necessarily believes in one Nigeria, but I do believe in our people, and I believe our people should be incredibly. And by our people, I'm not just talking about Ndibo. I mean everybody that's a good person in that place called Nigeria. You should be vigilant because if you look at the trends of what's going on, it's not just by mouth, it's not just by social media, it's not just by hoping and wishing that things will happen. And the reality on ground suggests that you know really really tough days may be ahead. So I think everyone should stay vigilant. Think everyone should keep an open mind and start having conversations within your community. They're saying that Fulani have infiltrated all the bushes and terrorists are everywhere. That means people should be having conversations within their community about security and what happens if there is a breakdown in government further in terms of security. What happens if there's a breakdown in society? We can't just allow our people to be caught off guard. So people, please stay vigilant. Start to prepare. Maybe that times may get tough. I don't want to scare people, but I think it would be irresponsible for us not to add this to our conversation because it is a reality. Like, when we were talking about the VP candidate Dati saying that they don't want to say too much. Well, even if I don't know if him or Peter Obi is currently in government, so I don't know where they're getting their intel from. But I think what they're referring to is what everyone already knows, which is that we have terrorists in our midst. We have a lot of terrorists in our midst, and maybe the government is complicit. And we already know that they're not going to leave the forest by their own will. I think they're willing to fight, and I wouldn't think they're willing to do whatever it takes to take over the country. That's not my opinion. That's an opinion of intelligence agencies all around the world. So I think it would be irresponsible of us not to add into the conversation that we need to be vigilant. We need to start having conversations in our community, talking about security, talking about plans around security and keeping our people safe. Knowing who is in your community, who's not in your community, how to communicate things that are don't seem right. I think all of those things are really important. Stocking up food, all of that stuff is really, really, really important. And as it comes to what we discussed today, yeah, I mean, we all know that Nigeria is corrupt. There are some people who want Nigeria as an entity to get better, and then there are some of us who believe that the best way is referendum and having a conversation amongst ourselves about the way forward, and then and arriving at that destination peacefully. So, God bless you all. Take care. I hope to be back next time. You all be blessed.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. John. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Theobala, please.
Hey, Marankachi, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for the job well done.
Thank you.
I want to use this opportunity to remind Nigeria that the great people of Nigeria that our country, Nigeria, is in a dire need of help. We need a solution to some of those problems we are facing right now. There are so many things that you and I can come together to do. And one of the processes to doing that for healing that country is by voting the right candidate. Like I said before, you cannot hand over a sick nation to a sick person. Otherwise, the nation will collapse.
Hmm.
It's better for us to take our nation back.
Hmm.
Otherwise, this same politician will still keep on mining and still treating us bad. We cannot ask them questions. We cannot demand accountability in terms of governance. So it's better for us to be in charge of government. If we elect the right person, we can ask the right question. Otherwise, we cannot ask. Nigeria is sick. We need somebody who is not sick, who is mentally okay, who have the profession, who have at least a high level of transparency to rule and lead our country. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Tiobala. Mr. Tiobala, make I ever remind you, sir, if you get plenty fans for this our channel, oh, you know, I get calls every time from people saying, that Mr. Tiobala, I just like the way he talks and all that. So thank you so much for making our viewers glued to the screen.
Thank
Because,
you.
yeah, thank you very much. Mr. CM, are you ready for me, please?
Yes, thank you, Kachi. In bringing whatever I've said today to an end, I will urge people not to lose hope. Yes, Nigeria is in a coma. Somebody said if Nigeria is a business, they should have declared it bankrupt.
Hmm.
And when you are bankrupt, it means you are incapable of meeting your financial obligations, which is true because they are borrowing money to pay salary. If February, March, April, May, June, NNPC did not remit any money into the federation account for states to share as always, then what else? What evidence again do you need? That's why P2B said whatever is sharing has finished, sharing has come to an end. Then we are looking for production. So to that extent, do not lose hope. When one door closes, which which we're almost there, another one will open, and that will only open through P2B and
Okay.
Labour Party. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. CM. Mr. Theobald, I think I'm just going to write that in my jotter somewhere. Nigeria is a sick country. We cannot hand over Nigeria to a sick person. Thank you for that. I'm going to have that at the back of my mind. Mr. Edolight is here with me. Mr. Edolight, please.
Ah, my sister, my brothers and sisters in the panel, I greet all of you now. People wey dey back home, especially, I greet you now. Wetin una dey do, if they reach our end for this side, now they give us power. And the people wey dey criticize obedience, now that one I will take they get power. Una dey bring am because now that one I will take they fuel ourselves. So having said that, my brothers and sisters have already said everything. I have to greet you people. I have to congratulate you people and all that. But one thing I just need for Peter Obi, because I know that Peter Obi is already there. I will continue to say it till the day we enter the Aso Rock. That what I just need. For me, I need light, that is power, electricity, and that database. That is what I really need.
Mm.
Because when it comes to security, when it comes to everything in life, security is number one. You understand? Because when I was in Nigeria, as I used to say, I don't know whether government they rule me or whether government not they rule me. That is why I don't blame anybody back home. Even people that are educated, that went to university, they have degree and all that. Most of us that have traveled, have seen what I've seen what the world look like. You understand? So they cannot even come and they cannot debate with us when it comes to maybe advanced world. You understand? Because electricity is power. Nothing you can do without electricity. And I still promise uh, uh, Peter Obi, when it comes to power, it's not only maybe police, air force, and all that. People are here back in the Western world that deal with this security of a thing. People are going for security. They work hand with police. I can say today, if security in UK stand with police in Nigeria, I will fair respect the security because what the security here know, the police over there in Nigeria don't know it. So that 2 point is a very good point for us because right, if you have light right from your bed, you have a security. As I used to say, if I don't pay my bill, police will not come to my door, lawyer cannot come to my door. What they will use to write me is just biro and paper. Maybe that biro and paper is only 200 naira or 300 naira. How the case may be. You understand? If I didn't reply or I didn't pay my tax, I didn't pay my bill, then they will take me to court. Even they will even buy me a coffee that we are going to see in the court. Buy me a coffee does not matter. I'm your friend or you are my father or whatever. So electricity is very important. We don't even need 11 hours, 59 minutes. No, because 1 second that is remaining, APC and PDP, they can do undo. So I don't trust them on that. So if Peter Obi can give us that light and database, I think our security will be safe. One other thing I have to say, I will continue saying it as well. Over here, when you commit a crime, you cannot be in any position. Even you will be selecting job when you will, the job where you will do, because that is why anywhere you go, whether you be shoemaker or anything where you be, they'll say maybe you go bring your N9. If you stay, no company go hire you. Now that kind of country now I want to make Nigeria be, of which
Okay.
we can do it, and together we can. Thank you, my brothers and sisters.
Thank you, Mr. Edo Lights, for that wonderful contribution. And that brings us to the end of today's broadcast. Thank you once again, guys. I can never get exhausted of saying thank you, guys. I'm really grateful for being here.
Oh, I thought they were summarizing that. Okay, it's all right.
I'm really grateful for being here. Mr. CM, are you going to say something, please?
I'm only waving you to say you finished. I said bye bye.
I thought we were giving opportunity for people to summarize.
Mr. Jordan, I already called
Right.
on you. I called you like 3 times, but you were
No.
not.
Oh, well, I've been here since. Anyway,
Okay, please don't worry. Just go ahead and um,
make my summation. Make my.
yes,
Okay,
yeah,
okay. Yes,
summarize.
thank you,
Yeah.
everybody. It's been a
It's always
wonderful.
considerate. Oh yeah.
Augustine. So thank you all, and for those who are hearing us. And I want to make a proposition here. I want to kind of say something. We want to see these people on a platform debate. We want to see them debate, just like any civilized democracy. People come out, the president, the presidential candidate, the gubernatorial candidate, the vice, they all come out and debate. We want to see all this lineup of people coming to debate, and when they come out, they should stand on a podium. They shouldn't be meant to sit down. Okay. We want to see those who want to lead us. We want to see whether they are healthy, because we know that when they go for medical checkup, we all know what Nigeria is. They can give a clear to be healthy. But that is when they come on a podium, standing up, just like we have it in America and other developed countries, stand up in that podium and field question. And by the way, they should not give anybody question in advance. Okay? They can tell them the area they want to cover. Maybe it's economy, security, infrastructure. They can give them a broad topic like that, but no specific question. Let them come out on a platform, stand on that podium, and field questions from journalists.
The time will come. That time will come.
No, we want that. We want that. We want that.
The time will definitely come for that.
Okay, we want that. And not only that, Nigeria should please have plan B, especially those that are supporting Obi. We should have plan B, because these people we are dealing with, they are, I don't know. Oh, because Obi coming in is going to disrupt them. He's going to disrupt the status quo. He's going to shake the foundation of what Nigeria has been. And these people are not ready to give up. It's going to be a fight to finish. So what will be our plan B? Should Obi win the election and they do what they did in Abiola's time? God forbid. What is going to be our plan B? Because let us not be just focused and say, yes, Obi is going to go there, he's going to win, and he's going to go to president.
Mr. Jordan, do you have a plan B?
The plan B? Okay. The plan B is this. Every youth, every Nigerian should brace up, should gather and begin to think of what we are all going to do. Because we can't sit back and something like that happen and we all go home like the NSAS time. Everybody went home. Okay? Because these people are going to roll all their you see Boko Haram has been already, they are part of the army, Nigerian military. Now, there's no doubt about that. Except somebody who is deceiving himself or herself will, argue on that fact. They are part of Nigerian army, and they are preparing them to roll them out to cause chaos in this coming election, because they have already seen the handwriting on the wall that their time is up. So what are we going to do when that time comes? We should be ready for the revolution. Okay?
Okay. Thank
Hey,
you.
we go. Sorry, Kashi. I'm sorry to come in. My brother, no worry. If Obi no win, all of us go pack, go Aso Rock. Go they use all those swimming pool, everything for there. For you understand? So we get
That's
plan B. That
okay.
one just the,
Okay, we'll see.
that one
We'll
the.
see. Um,
Uh,
okay. I don't think
All
that will
right.
be the
All right. Thank you. Irene Finance just said that she cannot wait for the debate though, because that day is going to be like a movie. Everybody grab your popcorn and your juice, because it's going to be a movie that day. We all cannot wait for that debate. Okay, I can see Guy Onwalele. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you. Omuka Ebuka Collins Ebuka. Thank you so much, Ungazi Rita. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I appreciate you guys. That will be the end of our broadcast for today. But guys, don't forget to join me tomorrow, 5 p.m. Nigerian time for our discussion. 6 p.m. Nigerian time on Friday for our debate. So do not forget to join me. Mark Rabo, I see you right there. Guys, why are people coming late today? What's happening now? Okay, guys. Better late than never, right? Thank you all so much. Mr. CM, I see you right there. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you, guys. God bless you and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. Jordan, why be saying that when show don't finish, you dey show us your face? Why you not show us your face since? Why don't you dey show us your face?
in the other platform. We always show our faces, but here I don't know why people are hiding their faces. I say I can hide now. Eh. Me, I know I'm ready to show my face like CFO because
Okay.
we are not cowards. I'm not a coward.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay. God bless you and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Do have an amazing night rest. Bye bye. Ciao, ciao.